What up, peeps? I had an idea while cleaning, right? And I'm still cleaning, but I really wanted to try this idea. And to get the full effect of what I had in mind, we're gonna try it. Now, if you know anything about laying carbon fiber or anything like that, especially if you like, there's some that you could sprinkle down. So if you have your mold and you sprinkle the contents and then you go ahead and you throw, you know, cover on it, and then you do your injection with the liquid, let it harden, yada, yada, yada. Why can't we do that with Kydex? But obviously there's different steps. So I got a piece of scrap black that I have in there. And let's see here. Might as well do this for a, let's do it for a SIG. Since I'll grab this, right? And it's ready. I'll just blow this off. And like I said, this idea came to me while building another holster. And then as I was cleaning, I'm like, oh, I can do this. Let's try it. Again, I have a piece of scrap in there. It was formed into a holster, but I did not like the way it formed. So I'm going to try something. And you guys are going to see it too. Wow. I'm wearing a hat all day. Oof. I think this will be freaking sweet. If it works. So, fairly confident. This is up to temp, so I'm just going to go ahead and press this. By pressing once before any Kydex goes in, it helps reduce the moisture from your foam pad, which, let's face it, there's moisture in there. So, yeah. Okay, keep that going. But, again, still cleaning. Once I get this to a flexible point, I'm just going to throw it back in here. And once like the big stuff is out. Like I said, that's scrap. So I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I'll give this holster away. Actually, you know what? I'll give this holster away once it's made to one of you guys if you have a P220 railed or a P226 railed. And I can have this set up either left hand or right hand. So however I make it, I'll make another one for you. How's that? So I'll give this one away. And I am going to have another giveaway. We just got to figure out what to do. So again, if you guys have ideas, since we're over 5,000 subs, I got round widgets. I got a set. These were given to me, so I'm going to give them to you, or one of you. I already have 2 sets. I could use a third, but I don't want to be greedy, so I'm going to give them out. But let's try something. Yeah, I'd say just a little bit longer in here, and we'll be good. So, this is what I'm going to do. In my Snap-on gold mug here, I have a whole ton of shavings. These shavings are from my router. There's black, brown, and gunmetal gray, white. There's a few in here. So I'm going to try this. Maybe it'll be different that it's preheated. We'll see. Because normally we're taking dirt off. Oh, we gotta go this way. Alright. So we'll lay it on it. Then this is going to be on the inside. Just to see how it looks. Even though it's black specks on black, I'm hoping the shape of them will cause like a carbon fiber effect. So let's see how this goes. I'm actually excited to try this. I've never tried this before. I don't know if anybody else has, but like I said, the idea just came to me. So I hope it looks good. Maybe it's got to go more. All over the place. Alright, well that's this side. Curious to see how the inside's going to look. I don't want any of this obviously going down the vacuum tube. Alright, so This side, not so much. This just comes right off, which is weird. But what about this side? Okay, it worked on this side with the... nothing there. With the colors. It actually kind of looks cool. I don't know, can you see that? But the colors stayed. Obviously the black on black is funky. I wonder if we go longer and use... Obviously not this side. Yeah. We go longer and use bright, like pretty much opposite colors instead of the black, because it looks black looks weird. But I put my hat on. My hair is terrible. Time for a haircut. But I do have a really interesting, a really cool build for you today. Has it been done before? In theory, yes. This exact combination, I don't know. You might notice this design from T-Rex Arms. They came up with it. I'm taking no credit for it, no nothing. It is their design. There's no patents on anything, so it's perfectly fine to reproduce. They only offer it in a couple molds. And as far as I know, it only works if it's light bearing. So this is going to be an FNX 45 with a TLR1, I think. I have to look at the order. But the way we build it, you, number one, absolutely have to use thicker material because of how it is, and I'll show you that. And then the way this is set up is actually it's going to be attached to a thigh rig, but it also has a snap around the gun instead of on top. It's going to go over the slide. So let's just get to it. FNX 45 tack, TLR1. That is what we need. I'm going to show you. It's literally opposite of everything we've done, so let's go from there. All right, this is going to confuse some of you, and I'm confused too. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So again, this is not my design. I have been asked to build it because they don't offer it, and going from there. All right. Do everything normal. Well, you'll see. So, again, we're using a lot thicker material. And how thick? I'll tell you in a little bit, but it definitely is not 0.080. I think the minimum on this is, I mean, we're doing 0.93. I think we're doing, it's either that or it's 0.12. So, I'll tell you when we get closer to it. All right. Take this hat off. Square this up. Like I said, this is going to be, it's weird. I've done it before, I've sold it before, but I don't offer it. Only because, again, not my design, and I don't like ripping people off. But, like I said, if they don't offer it for a particular setup, I will build it, but I don't advertise it. But you're going to see how to do it here. Alright, you know I like to do a crossover piece. Alright, now this is where it's going to start getting, you know what, I'll just continue that over. A little tricky. I need to grab that stuff. It's going to be red carbon fiber, a very thick red carbon fiber. It's going to be the RTI 35, so I'm going to have to find my blocking for that. So I got these rubber loops. We're only going to be using one rubber loop and 2 sets of hardware. Unless we could figure out something. So, let's see here. Might as well throw this on here too. Okay. All right, let's find thing of blocking. That works. It's a little big. I think I lost my actual blocking that looked like that. This is right-handed, so we're gonna have to block for the controls on the side, which I actually use this home dog. This, let's see here, bam. That's good there. Just getting this situated. Okay, now here's another thing. So this we are going to probably okay, because we need to mount it this way, and I'm pretty sure there's an optic on it. So this is going to be interesting because it, oh, actually, you know what? We can mount it underneath here. Bam. Yep. Sold. That'll work perfectly. Okay. Which means we need to put a piece of blocking right here, right where my hand is. We'll lock this in place. Oh, actually, this is ambidextrous controls. I guess we are gonna block everything. It's gonna go right there. And that's going to be pretty much to mount it. And then when the firearm is out of the holster, we're going to have another spot for it. So it's going to be here, wrapped around to there. If it's bolted here, it's going to be a problem. All right, now I got to figure this out. Once I put it here, do this, shorten this up. The verdict is not happening. Just by looking into it, and it's going to be mounted underneath my RTI plate, I'm not going to be able to rotate it. So it's pretty much going to be where it's going to be at, which is what it is. So let's move on to the next part. And by the way, that took me way too long to figure out. Yeah. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky for you. If you notice, there's no side channel because where we're going, you don't need no stinking side channel. So we are going to do this real quick. Let's see here. So I'm just trying to think here. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do trace it like you would. Then, you don't want to go too far. Just enough to where you'll be able to get your retention screws in. And we'll go just like that. So I'll cut that out in the scroll saw and be back. Good for government work. So we'll throw that on there. This build, just so you know, is 1,000 times easier on vac. But I don't have this set up for vac. Could I make one? Probably. Should I buy one? Well, I won't be able to buy this exact setup, but I can make it. Right. There we have it. And next step. For some odd reason, my press does not like carbon fiber whatsoever. So for now, I'm going in there. My little puppy just barked. It's so cute. Shh. Anyways, I'm going to go right there. Let's measure the thickness of this one. It's not 0.08. I know that. 0.95. Okay, so I got the next one up, which is considerably stronger than 0.08. We're going to probably leave it just like this. I don't even think we're going to cut it. We might have to cut it. We're going to have to cut it. Only because of the... make sure I give myself enough room here. Probably... All right. Clean this. In the oven it goes. Get this foam nice and warm. This will warm it up quicker. I don't have the heat on if you couldn't tell. And I got a scrap piece of I don't even know what color this is. This is either foliage green or gunmetal gray. I don't know. But we are going to pour some more of these guys on it and to see what it does. That'll be later on. We gotta get this up to temp. Minimum 350 degrees. It's really thick, so it's gonna take a little bit to get there. So, hi, puppy. Want to say hi to the new doggy? Oh, buddy, come here. This is Cletus. He's the newest member of the family. We've had him since he was born, since Momma is right here. There she is right there. He is a Springer Spaniel Lab. Mom's Springer Lab, so she's a Springador. And Dad is a full-blood Pit. So, we got this cute little guy right here. Right? Who just pooped in my garage. Go have fun. Mom's very protective. Or a new video, rather, on new flashlights. I just got a buttload in, including one that I have apparently already lost because I used it outside. But anyways, yeah, I got a whole bunch of nightsticks, a few O-lights, and another Surefire, or in a Surefire. So those are coming up. I found it. This is one of the newest lights by Olight. It is the Balder Pro R. R for rechargeable. So obviously you can't take the battery out. It has an adjustable selector switch right here, and that's for the flashlight, the strobe, or green laser. How cool is that? So this is like 1200 lumens, and I'm gonna charge it up, and we'll do pretty much a whole video on new flashlights and compare them all, because we got a lot now, lots of money. All right, guys, you have to go. Back up. Back up. 270 degrees. We're gonna confuse you all. Backwards. Yes, retention is at the bottom. This is why we want a very good squish. Hi, you. Ah, there's 3 of you. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hi, can I have some room? Ah, good girl. No, that's a good squish. You guys know I have another channel where I work on cars. I don't do a lot on that one, mainly because I'm so busy with holster orders. I haven't been doing much of anything else. However, pretty much around 11 p.m. or midnight, I start working on stuff. So check this out. This mass and pile of parts and tools is the inner workings of a 1970 CUDA steering column. So what I've done is I sandblasted all the pieces that I'm keeping to powder coat, and then I'm going to reassemble it. So probably going to film it for the other channel if you guys are into cars. So I'll put a link in the description here, so you guys, if you want to, feel free to follow that one. I'm trying to shoot for 1,000 subs. I think there's like 60 or 70 on it right now, which for only having like 4 videos, whatever. But yeah, if you guys want to see that one and follow my process and progress on the cars, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to that one too. She's such a good girl. Oh, puppy. Knuckle girl. I can't wait for this to get to the press. And while that's in the oven, we're going to try this again. But for the same time that we do for sublimation, 450 seconds. And I upped my temp to 390 because it was coming out at 361, and I wanted it more closer to 370, so that's up now. Again, so let's... Quack. All right. That was brilliant, Iggy. Brilliant. Just to see what it looks like. Kind of nervous. Not bad. We're so close. That's kind of cool. Let's try this real quick. Oh, it's in both sides. Okay, that's kind of cool. This is the outside. So, yeah, it's legit on there. Melted in place, good. I thought that would work. The funny part is, we could actually use this as a holster. Ah! Yeah, I nailed it. All right, so forget about that one. I went ahead and just trimmed it. So I did a minimalist holster, right? So I didn't put the clip on yet, obviously, but I kind of like it. I'm going to call it the funfetti holster. Yeah, so That's pretty wild. So now I get to make chips out of whatever random colors I have sitting here, and then I could go ahead and do it. So 450 seconds at 190 degrees will bond chips to your Kydex. That is awesome. So definitely need to get the inside too. And if you're thinking, hey man, that's like sandpaper, it's going to ruin the finish of your firearm. Smooth to the touch. The only time you can, actually you can't even, you can feel a couple on the outside, but that's it. But I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm going to rock it. I'm going to play with more like different colors and stuff like that, but I might just offer this. I like it. But anyways, let's get back to this guy. And like I said, doing this on foam press, it absolutely freaking sucks. But it is what it is. So we're going to need a good purchase, which means we're going to be right about here to come up. And we come up like so. Let's see where our chamber goes to. Right there. Actually, we're even, I keep forgetting of what we're doing here. All right. Design this however you want. You can do this many different ways. That's going to go like this, and then we're going to have something come up, and it's going to, we'll come up to about where the barrel is. Maybe, there we go. Or you got, you know, figure out how you want to design this. I know, like we can go down and then over, and then up. Yeah, maybe for aesthetic reasons, maybe we'll do that. Come down, and then we'll do, let's see here, we'll do a rivet here and a rivet here. Call it a day. And should be good just like that. So I'll drill here, drill those, and then we'll go ahead and cut all this out. We are also going to drill that as well. If you are wondering, that is a 5/32 bit is what fits in the hole. So I put that there. Just to mark it. And then go ahead and drill it. Bada bang. And then these guys. And then the back ones are going to be 1/4 inch. I'll go ahead. I'll cut it out. Yeah, a little bit of cleaning by hand. Just ran off with a piece of plastic. Thanks, dude. Hi, handsome. What are you doing? What you doing? You want to clean this for me? Think you got what it takes? Now this is the fun part slash crappy part. We need to get retention in here, and it's crappy, but I'm gonna throw in some 1/4 inch pre-cut ones, which should do the trick, because we want this to be very tight. Let's see here, here's the back. And obviously you want to throw this stuff in far before you throw in any of the other hardware. I'm going to go ahead and rivet this. Now the idea of leaving this the way it is the end user, so Arturo, he's the owner of this. This is going to, you want to heat this up, and when you have your can on it, when you put your can on it, you bend it around the can so it fits in there. So let's get this going a little bit more. So I know this is going to go here, and this is going to bend over to this. So we're going to have to cut this. So call that good. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do. So that's going to go under here. So I'll do 1/8 inch. This is also new. I haven't made one this style yet. So bear with me if I have to figure out different stuff. So we won't need this guy because this is the same thickness, or at least going to be close enough. So what I do is that, and then we'll throw this in, and let's verify that the screw doesn't go through the other side, and it does not. Okay, so pull that out, pull that way. We'll take all 3 of these. Make sure our snap is facing the right direction, which it is. There's one. And 2. Bam. Bam. Hey! What are you fucking my shit up for? And 3. So you see, wouldn't be able to do this with that thickness. So let's throw that in there. And like he requested, this is pretty much a safety to hold it in place. So we'll drill this right around there. So far this feels good. Clean that hole. Take our Noga. All right, and then we're going to mount go. All right, so let's try this. Let's tighten that up a little bit. This is going right there. And so that is a fail-safe. So you can walk around like that. The suppressor, which will come down, you can take this and bend it out. And let's mount it, see how it works. Of course, having a suppressor really far down here will be it'll be long. But come back down in, lock it in place. You can even go forward, like so. But if I don't hit my puppy, I'll run down the driveway with it. But again, there's a fail-safe. Yeah. So, I would say this worked. All in all, it's pretty nifty. I would say this is a little intimidating if you're the novice into this world, but it is doable. Again, this is T-Rex arm design. It's not mine. They do it vac formed. It's much cleaner. That's the only reason why they don't offer all of this stuff, is because they have to have everything specifically made for that. But so here we go. Here again, it's made absolutely backwards. This is that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think he'll be happy with it. I'm gonna send him some pictures now, but that is how we do that. Hope you guys learned a couple things. I mean, this is definitely a monster all on its own, but it can come in handy if you want a quick draw platform. This particular setup, it works on the flashlight, and this right here is the pivot point. But you got to remember, a hot suppressor will melt the Kydex. There's always that. So like, subscribe, share, comment what you would like to see built, and if you have an idea to give away these widgets, put that in the comments below. And if you happen to have a 220 or a 226, put a comment down and I will send this to you, because it's an experiment, it's cool, and I want to give it away. So, who wants it? It's yours. And have a Merry Christmas.